So we're sitting here with Adam Prince, our favorite Batman, and Shannon's here with us, also Poison Ivy. You actually haven't been on the show yet, have you?
I have not, no. And you're not getting me at my best either. I've got a head cold and I sound like Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, you guys look great. That's the important thing.
Thank you. We try.
So let's go back in time just a little bit to the premiere of The Dark Knight Rises. We went to a special sneak peek, not that surprised, when we saw you show up as Batman. And what I really liked about that was how the kids reacted to you.
Oh yeah, they loved it. As soon as I walked in the door, people were screaming, shouting, giving everybody high fives. It was fun. Go back downstairs, I'd get mauled again, and I was like, oh crap, we got the stairs again, my worst enemy. So I'll go back up and do it all over again. It was a lot of fun.
So let's talk about GMX. What's some of the stuff that you've done here, GMX, this weekend as we near day 2 that we can talk about on the show?
Well, what we can talk about, been taking a lot of pictures with a lot of fans, other cosplayers. We did a kilt blowing at 1 o'clock in the morning where they had me strap on a kilt on the Batman suit. That was a lot of fun with a bunch of others. Some of us were passing out and we were singing Stand By Me When You're Not Strong, just trying to keep all of us guys together. We had a very interesting time as the time went on throughout the night. It got more really interesting.
Shannon, what about the kilt blowing? How'd you like that?
Oh, it was so awesome in so many ways.
What's the latest with DarkKnightNews.com?
Well, outside of the Frank Miller cartoon that just came out, you know, we got the other one coming up in a few months. And right now we've got Armie Hammer is rumored to be the next Batman for the Justice League, which it's more or less flavor of the month. So next month they'll probably have someone else. But it's pretty strong rumors he might be in it, so we don't know.
You are kind of the quintessential Batman fan, so I'm just curious your take on the final installment of the trilogy, the Nolan trilogy, and what do you want to see happen in the next set of Batman movies?
I'd like to see an adaptation of what we had in the Batman Arkham games. I think that would be cool. I'm ready for more of a Tim Burton kind of a sci-fi-ish kind of look instead of the real life, because we haven't had it, so it'd be something new.
Something you've mentioned before that you'd like to see a little more of the supernatural aspect of Batman come into play in some of the movies.
Exactly. I'd love to see it because we haven't gotten it, and I think it's time because we've had 3 realistic movies. We need something new.
So what do you think about the animated version of the Frank Miller Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight Returns?
The Fat Bat. Yeah. Was never a fan of the graphic novel.
Really?
No. I didn't like how it was written. I loved the story, just didn't like how it was written. But once you put it from paper to cartoon, instantly I was in love with it, and it's now past the Red Hood in my eyes. I like it the best now.
Really?
Yeah. It took a little while to get warmed up to the voice actors, but it was good. He will always be my Batman. Even when I read the comic books, that's what I hear in my voice.
Yeah, me too, yeah. He is the voice of Batman. Ken, what is it like hanging out with Batman all the time?
Incredible. A little tiring at sometimes, but for the most part, it's pretty fun just watching everybody when they get to interact with them, and just how much joy and excitement. It's literally like a kid at Christmas opening up a present. So it's really fun.
Because that's what I've enjoyed watching is over this last year or so as we've got to know you guys is the reaction that when you walk in a room looking like Batman, regardless if it's at a convention or when we were out looking at the Bat Pod and the Bat Tumbler earlier this summer.
Yeah, the Bat Pod and the Tumbler was probably the most exciting one, the hottest of them all. But thanks to you and Adam, y'all kept me hydrated through the entire show. I wouldn't have survived. But no, kids enjoy it. We've gone to a few charity events and benefits, and it's always great seeing the kids' reactions. They all love it. But the night is never complete unless I can scare at least 3 kids somewhere. And it happens. Normally you get kids that are so excited to see Batman. They run up to me as soon as they see me, they run in fear. I was like, excellent.
What's neat is, and I was noticing this earlier today when you guys were talking to fans, it's like the questions they ask Adam, it's like they're really talking to Batman.
They will talk about movies, they will talk about quotes in movies, or when you said this, or when somebody said this, it was like the most awesome thing, and it's just like, he Tina, that's not the real Batman, right? It's just a costume, right?
They don't. I mean, they're sucked in instantly.
No, and it's not just the little kids. It's the grown people that do it most often, and it's just kind of sort of like,
It's like trivia for a while. They want to ask you questions like, so do you know what happened at such time? And you think, wait a minute. All right, that was issue number 900. Yes, I know this one. Yeah.
Answer this question. The last episode, I was telling Adam, since we've known you guys, I think I've talked to you once when you weren't Poison Ivy, and I've never talked to you face to face. I think we've talked on the phone, but I've never talked to you face to face. It's like I'm Commissioner Gordon. I know Batman, but I don't really know who Batman is.
Yeah, maybe one day we can actually get together without the cowl on, and I won't have to sound like I talk like with gravel in my mouth.
No, I think I like it this way. This is the way it will always be. Let's go fly kites with Poison Ivy and Batman.
Let's go fly a kite. And if Adam is listening to this, DC rules, man, just get over it. Give up Avengers.
Oh, yeah, before we go, I mean, now, he's not here. He's out. I honestly don't know where he is right now. Yeah, so did you have some beef with him on the... I mean, because really the only thing he ever said he really, really didn't like was Batman and Robin.
No one likes Batman and Robin. We don't talk about Batman and Robin. It never happened.
Yeah.
There's flaws in every one of them, but then again, there's flaws in even the Marvel movies. It's just like with Nolan's films. They were some of the best films, but they all had flaws. It just depends on how hardcore you are. Either enjoy it or pick it to death. It's your choice. It's just like the Avengers. You either love it or hate it. You have to choose.
So have you thought about like going to Dragon Con or Comic Con or any of the really huge conventions?
We were going to go this year to Dragon Con, but it wasn't in the schedule. We had other things going on. I think we were actually doing a charity event actually on the weekend of Dragon Con, but we might get to go next year.
Yep, that's the last thing I want to say is not only doing the cons and helping us out earlier in the spring and the stuff like this, but the charity stuff that I've seen you guys do over the last year has just been awesome.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun to see the kids light up. You enjoy it. And, at the end of the day, you get tired and you get headaches from wearing everything, but in the end, the kids love it. It's all about. So.
Yeah, I mean, so Shannon, what do you like doing more? Do you like the cons like this, or where it's mostly the kids and stuff on that like that level?
I don't really think one is better over the other. I think they both have their good points. At a con like this, you can ham it up and just be as outrageous and flamboyant as you want. And doing something for charity or for something like that, yes, you can tone it down, but you can also, be goofy, and you don't have to be quite so totally into your character as other people would be at a con. It's not so go for it. You can be like, okay, yep, this is cool. Hey kid, how you doing? Yep, high five. There you go.
It's just like, this event like this is mostly teenagers and adults, and you can act your character. But when you like at the Nashville when they did Boo in the Zoo, we were out there with Shrek, and we were out there on the dance floor just getting down with stormtroopers and everybody else, and kids loved it, and they would dance with us. So it depends on what you can do, in the environment you're in. But it all turns out well, everybody enjoys it.
Well, it's very cool. As always, we love hanging out with you guys. Glad we finally got a chance this weekend to sit and chat for a couple of minutes, and I can't wait to see where we see you guys again next.
We'll be partying hard.
Forward to seeing Adam and Shannon at many more conventions in the future. That about does it for the show's GMX special. Once again, thanks to everyone at GMX for making this year just fantastic. The biggest GMX I've seen thus far, and expect only bigger things next year. Also, we'll see a lot of these guys coming up in the spring for MTAC, the Middle Tennessee Anime Convention. That happens in April in downtown Nashville. Thanks to producer Brian, Showgirl Brooklyn, Steph, Kim, Mid-South Garrison, the Stormtroopers that we partied with, Steven, Skylar, Adam, all the guys that we hung out with this weekend at GMX. It was a blast, and we look forward to our next convention. Stay tuned for more details about that. For Adam, I'm Jay Patrick.
And this is the show.